Welcome to the Choose on Purpose podcast, where leaders live and lead with intention. I'm your host, Becky Ploutz, and today we're talking about something that every creator, visionary, and purpose-driven woman has experienced at some point: feeling stuck, feeling blocked, or full of doubt. So whether you're starting at something new, you're avoiding a new project, or you're staring at a blank page, or second guessing every move you make, this episode's for you. We're reclaiming our creative confidence. And I promise by the end of the conversation, you'll feel a spark reignited in you. Because creative blocks aren't a sign to stop, they're an invitation to keep going, maybe in a different way, right? Reignite your confidence and move from stuck to feeling sparked with that creativity intact here. So let's reframe resistance as part of a creative cycle and reclaiming our power to create, right? Even when it's messy. Let's grow. Let's talk about it. So I don't look at creative blocks as failure, right? They're really friction, and friction means that you're moving. That's something to celebrate. It means that you are showing up in those challenges, and it's an opportunity for you to recognize that you can do something new and fresh and refresh this thought that might be blocking you and stalling. But most blocks, they're disguised as fear of not doing it right a lot of the time. So what if you let that go? And sometimes it's a fear of, you know, not being seen or getting it wrong in general or being too much of something. So think about that as you might come against, right? Or come up to that block of resistance. What is that fear? Because it's generally something that's holding you back that we can soften, that we can work on letting go of. The perfectionism that goes along with that imposter syndrome that is nagging at us, and overthinking things. All of that are ways that fear hides in our creative processes and can stall us, right? And can block what's coming, but it's having some resistance. And it can feel really messy, but there's some simple practices to move from self-doubt to self-expression as well. So listen, if you're waiting to feel fully ready, fully qualified, fully confident in who you're becoming, you'll be waiting forever. And I don't want that for you. The confidence, it doesn't come before the action. It comes through the action. It's confidence in action that occurs. So the block, remember, it isn't the end. It's really a bridge. Look at it as a bridge. You get to walk across it, walk through the challenge. And a couple simple practices to break through that self-doubt and get to that self-expression could be these three tips, okay? One, there's a timer, right? Set a timer. It can trick you into really letting things release and let go and just get in a flow by saying, I only have so much time. Let's just release the pressure to finish this or polish it up or be perfect and wrap it up in a time frame, right? Giving it a time frame. Set 10-minute timer and just begin. Get it started or wrap it up. But it helps release that pressure to have infinite amount of time or to have so much time to do something. it releases that by setting a timer. It kind of tricks the brain, right? Because as a society, we have timers and bells and all kinds of things that keep us on track like that. So use it to your advantage to really break through the self-doubt and use it as a way to express yourself more freely, knowing that there's a frame of time on it, right? So the shift in your mindset around it. The second tip or trick to practice for that breakthrough would be, you know, permission to suck at something. Like write yourself a permission slip. Say it out loud. This doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be good even, right? The first time. It just has to be real. It has to be raw. It has to get started. Sometimes giving ourselves the permission to just let that perfectionism go is enough. And the third practice to break through that self-doubt is to create a confidence loop, right? So think about a time you created something that made you feel alive, lit up. What did you love about it? Write it down and reread it often. Remember those times by documenting them. If you don't know already, I am someone that is huge on capturing moments as a photographer. I also do this in my coaching. I document it for my clients. What are your victories? Capturing those experiences and the improvements because our growth is happening. And a lot of the times, right, we don't even realize that I'm someone that captures and documents and plans and like sees it. And I still forget. I still need the reminders, to build my own confidence. So creating a confidence loop can really be capturing it, remembering it by having it written down and rereading it, reliving it sometimes, right? To look at when you feel alive, when you feel fulfilled, can really help you get out of that self-doubt to know like, oh, I was a beginner once before. I can do that again. Oh, I did that thing really imperfect, really messy, and I could do that again. And I could do it better because I did it already once and it was total mess. Now it can be a little bit better, right? The goal isn't to be flawless. The goal is to be more fearless in expressing in your expression. So self-expression, because it's going to be messy, especially the first time, maybe the first 15 times, right? Even if it's messy, create anyway. Create through the messy middle because that is courageous. That is showing up brave. That is showing up in your truth because we're all beginners at some point, at something. And every day is a new day. So show yourself your progress, right? Not just your polished version on social media, but also recognizing the growth that happens in the mess. We're all figuring it out. Understand that the way that we connect is actually giving that deeper courage, the space and ability to be in a flow, to create from that place of courage. And it changes all the time, right? Perfection keeps us hidden if we're not careful. And progress can set you free by giving you the space to be in a flow and an awareness that it's okay. Because if you knew you didn't have to be perfect to be powerful, what would you create today? Think about that. If you knew it didn't have to be perfect to be powerful, what would you create today? I want you to think about a mantra for yourself. creating a mantra for that messy middle, right? Something you can return to when you're spiraling in the self-doubt and you need to get back to that self-expression. What's a mantra, right? Is it progress over polished you, right? Is it, done is better than being invisible? Or my truth matters more than my technique? I really like that one because I can get stuck on that, the strategy. I'm someone that I appreciate a good strategic move, and my truth matters more than my technique. What's your mantra for that messy middle that you can return to when you feel like you're spiraling in your self-doubt? And I would love to give you a journal prompt for this as well. What am I not creating because I think it has to be perfect? Give yourself some space to think about that. Give yourself 30 seconds of silence or gentle music to really reflect on that for yourself. Or pause this episode, of course, because you can always come back to it. But what are you creating? What are you not creating because you feel like it needs to be perfect and it's not there yet? So you're not moving on it yet. And as I wrap up, I want you to think about the next time you feel blocked. I want you to remember this. You're not broken. Resistance is part of the process. And you, my friend, are more powerful than your perfectionism. So create anyway. Say the thing, paint the thing, write the thing, lead the thing that's on your heart, because your voice, your vision, and your truth matter. You matter. And if this episode helped you reclaim even a tiny bit of your creative confidence, share it with a friend who needs to hear this too. If you're craving that deeper accountability, that deeper clarity, that deeper courage to show up, come join me. Come connect with me. Come get on the podcast, share your story. Come join me at my retreat, Confidence in Action. It's happening this spring. Get on the list to be one of the few that get to join me for that very first experience. It's an intimate container, only 6 spots, happening in Wisconsin, April 2026. Would love to have you there if that's something that is calling to you. Your next breakthrough is already on its way, my friend. Remember to love yourself, live fearlessly, and do all things with purpose. I'm your host, Becky Plutz. Until next time.